Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, après une finale incroyable de la division élite féminine, bienvenue à la grande finale de la division homme élite. After this amazing final of the women's elite, welcome to the elite men division grand final. Jouant en blanc, l'équipe de Nouvelle-Zélande. Playing in white, the New Zealand team. Player number 2, Hamish Alexander Killate Archer. Numéro 3, number 3, Edward David Furt. Numéro 4, the number 4, Benjamin Stewart Pavior Smith. Le numéro 5, the number 5, Robert Charles Tankler. Le numéro 6, the number 6, Brandon John Maxwell. The number 7, le numéro 7, Jesse Hawking. Le numéro 8, the number 8, Andrew Richard Gone. Le numéro 9, the number 9, Andrew Glenn Harris. Le numéro 10, the number 10, Liam Hatibi Hudson. Le numéro 11, the number 11, Jeremy Yan Webster. Le numéro 12, the number 12, Nicholas Craig Haley. Le numéro 13, the number 13, Andre Julian Jackson Haler. Veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national néo-zélandais. Please stand up for the New Zealand anthem.
Et maintenant, jouant en noir, l'équipe de France, playing in black, the France team. Number 2, Maxime Piazet. Numéro 3, Xavier Beaulieu. Numéro 4, number 4, Stéphane Royer. Numéro 5, number 5, Florent Véronèse. Number 6, numéro 6, Édouard Crolotte. Numéro 7, number 7, Quentin Tomaso. Numéro 8, number 8, Hyacinthe Flandrin. J'ai dit coin de pin. Numéro 9, number 9, Frédéric Etier. Numéro 10, number 10, Pierre-Alban Lalisse. Numéro 11, number 11, Paul-Émile Noiro-Cozon. Number 12, numéro 12, Quentin Maran. Numéro 13, number 13, Raphaël Gainsbourger. Veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national français. Please stand for the French anthem. Les arbitres pour ce match sont the referees for this game are de l'Australie from Australia, Robbie Kilpatrick. Du Canada from Canada, Valérie Robert. De l'Australie from Australia, Nathan Wallen. De l'Afrique du Sud from South Africa, l'arbitre en chef, the chief referee Wayne Radbone.
Veuillez prendre note que la cérémonie des médailles se passera dans l'amphithéâtre Desjardins qui se situe de l'autre côté des gradins. Note that the medal ceremonies will be held at the Desjardins Amphitheater, which is behind the pool and stands at 5:30 p.m.
And now make some noise!
Hey Daryl.
Thank you.
Much easier when you introduce us because then I don't have to get your name wrong. Daryl Brambilla.
Hey, you got it right.
Oh, it's only taken 9 days, but I got it.
Yeah, just in time for the final game.
Yeah, we're going to get things going here underway right away. Well, see, only 195 people tuned in for the men's match. We had 900 for the women's elite, so. All right.
Daryl, just... I can't hear you.
All right.
No.
May have a little audio feed here. We're just trying to check and see.
Can you guys hear Daryl? Matt, can you let us know if you can hear Daryl? Just speaking to you.
All right, how's that?
Yeah, that's better. Okay,
right.
we've got Daryl back.
Looks like somebody hit the mute button on the headset here.
Everybody missed your introduction, Daryl, so we'll have to go back 5 minutes and start again.
All right, well, welcome Louis Salim and Ian Curtin to the booth, and we're about to get the men's final underway here, the France match versus New Zealand. Like I was saying before, that women's elite match was amazing. We had over 900 people tuned in, so you know where people are paying attention for the matches. So far, 200 people have tuned in. Welcome here from all around the world. And this is going to be a great matchup, guys. They just done the...
Yeah, so for New Zealand, Ed Firth and Brendan Maxwell are sitting.
All right. And France, I'm not sure which two players are sitting here, but we'll try and find that out for you momentarily and get things going. We got about a minute and a half to go here before we get the game underway. A very exciting final just played in the women's division. New Zealand over GB in sudden death overtime. They played 53 minutes of sudden, a 53-minute match, or 13 minutes in the overtime. Finally, New Zealand coming out over top there. An amazing, amazing game. So it all comes down to this. The last game, the best of the best, as they say. This is the final game to close out the 2018 World Championships right here in Quebec City, Canada. We're hoping it's going to be just as exciting as the previous one, the Women's Elite. And then all the athletes are finally ready to take that break and settle down this evening. And after 2 years of training so hard for all this, get some relaxation in and have a drink with one another.
Yeah, I definitely need a drink, Daryl. I absolutely need a drink after that last game.
I would say so. It was an incredible match.
Yeah, we'll see how much energy you got left for this game.
I'm a neutral. I don't need to get excited about this game. But I do want to see some good hockey because we've just had an amazing hockey match. And until the last few moments, I was able to, keep it, fairly calm. But then that last goal in overtime for GB, yeah, just sent me over the top. It's got a lot of my Facebook friends telling me like, oh, what the heck was that, Lewis? And
all right,
you're so
we are
funny.
underway, and
wow,
strong
New Zealand
start by
out.
New Zealand, looking to drive straight down the middle. France looking like they gathered it and pushing it out to the far wall, but New Zealand maybe capturing it again and driving down that far wall.
Beautiful drive right away there. Both teams coming out hard off the face-off. Wanted to take control of the match early here and set the tone. New Zealand getting control, though, working it to the outside boards. France trying to hold them up there, and a call signaled by the referee on the play. That's going to be an illegal stop by New Zealand, or illegal knockdown by New Zealand. So we will have a first advantage puck for France.
So as you'd probably expect, then, we've got the best two teams here, and they have really been impressive throughout this competition. New Zealand not really being ruffled by anyone throughout this, beating USA comfortably in their quarterfinal, and then overcoming the Turkish as if it was almost nothing. They went 1-0 down in that game, but then they responded brilliantly in some very nervy times on their own goal tray. But number 12, Nicholas Healy, he was a standout performer. Me and you commentated on that game, Ian.
Yeah, Nick was very strong in the back, as well as some awesome strong swimming up front by Hamish Arthur. I
still think this game is going to get won by the people in the middle, the centres. So you've got Jesse Hocking, number 7, playing for New Zealand, and I can't quite remember who it is for France because they do change it up quite differently with their rotations. But we've got another stoppage in the game.
This time down in front of the Kiwi bin. So a good opportunity here for France.
Yeah, really good opportunity. Now, just to recap earlier in the day, France already winning 2 gold medals at this championships, both in the men's masters and in the women's masters division. So they are going for the 3rd one, and New Zealand just taking the gold medal here in the women's elite division.
As we see a huge flick in there by France, but New Zealand managing to clear it out to the corner.
Yeah, just on what you were saying there, Daryl, I did have to have a bit of a joke with Christophe Follet, the Frenchman who just refereed the girls' match, because he was saying, we have 2 medals already, 2 gold medals. So I was like, okay, let's see if you can get it free in the women's elite final. Oh, wait, you didn't make it. Yeah. Which he wasn't too impressed with, but he found a funny side eventually.
All right, here New Zealand goes. Oh, the little tap on the bottom as the forward was free for New Zealand, but France intercepts that, drives right back 2-on-1. He's trying to get it through, looking for the forward, can't get it up to him. New Zealand trying to collapse on the play. Oh, a good push out. France still on the press, though, right near the goal, and a call by the referee.
Referee out the back here, number 2, Robbie Kirkpatrick.
Obstruction against France on that drive, thankfully for New Zealand, as there was a lot of pressure coming in there from the France backs. And so New Zealand will happily take that at their 5-meter line.
Yeah, Jesse Hocking with his chevron fins, ready to take the puck. He's got number 9 outside him. Yeah, flicks it out to the wall, but it's a little too far out of reach, and the first one to the puck is the Frenchman.
Yeah, beautiful play there. Nice flick by Jesse Hocking earlier there. I've actually had the opportunity to play on the same team as Jesse at a couple of tournaments, and amazing player, and I know his capabilities here on this New Zealand team.
Oh, it's a great steal.
Beautiful steal. And here he
Andrew
goes, right up the middle of the pool. Here's a drop pass to
There's
Jesse.
Hocking.
Here's a dummy.
He's got
Watch
options.
for the dummy. And he's coming in.
He's
there it
going
is.
straight for
Right on
goal,
the corner of the
straight for
goal. A
goal.
little
Inside
back
flick.
flick. Right on the
Inside
corner.
flick.
New Zealand monstering it in
France
there.
somehow.
And it looks like that might have been put in.
France
Waiting
looked
for the
like
confirmation. And it's a goal for New Zealand. Getting the early strike there.
France looks like they'd managed to get possession of the puck, but the only way to get it out of that danger area was going across his own goal. And the New Zealand offside forward there, playing right forward as we look at the game, just the first one to get to that puck and, you know, do his job. Don't let the French get it off that goal. So even though France with the early pressure here, Ian, first blood going to the Kiwis on that beautiful counter-attacking drive.
Yeah, and you saw that play all happen as it popped up to Jesse. Jesse came in, he stalled the French defenseman. I thought he was going to do the big dummy as he normally does, but he just made a flick through and they collapsed on the goal. And it was a beautiful drive by New Zealand there to get the first goal. So
And Hamish Arthur scoring that goal.
beautiful.
Nice input there, Ian.
All right, here we go again. New Zealand still continuing the pressure after France had that initial drive into New Zealand's territory. We'll see if they can recover from this first goal. Oh, nice little drive. Oh, and
Throwing away possession
throwing
there.
away possession right into open water there.
But New Zealand just bringing it right back into the French
France
team.
with some powerful 45 swimming here. But New Zealand pick up possession and take it out to their wall, staying down,
Oh,
coming
nice
back inside.
curl. Beautiful little
No
play. Nice
Frenchman put
drive.
him in under pressure after the initial move, and he just comes off and swimming to put the
There
the
goes
Kiwis in the
Jesse
central
again, right
channel.
up the middle of the pool. Jesse controls the middle of the pool so well for this New Zealand team. Once he gets in there,
Yeah, but you see him slow down with the puck, and then it makes the defender think twice about where he's going to go.
He does, yeah. But he's got the ability to turn on the afterburners and do that drive right afterwards. So
You've got two types of centre when you play underwater hockey. For those of you who don't know, there's two types of centre. You've got Matthew Willis, the Great Britain centre. He sits in the pocket. He controls that area. It stops people coming off on those 45s into the wall. He owns that space. He doesn't let anyone in that space, and he offloads the puck so that he still occupies that space after he's distributed it. Jesse Hocking, he's like an escape artist. He's a mobile centre. He wants to leave that space and make the defense just like not be able to mark him and be able to counter him. As we have another central
there's another
drive
press by New Zealand, but
France who
good
come
job
away with
on
it.
the
Looks like there's an
defense.
advantage being played by the referee on the near side, and it's in favour of. No, it's not
No,
in favour
it's
of
going to
France.
be against France, I believe.
Robbie Kirkpatrick
Yeah,
there.
obstruction. That's correct. That's a good call. And we're going to see New Zealand here with the advantage puck on the 5-meter line, I believe.
So we've seen France now coming out into this game and having to attack a lot more, which is great for hockey as a spectacle. But I think France is a bit disappointed that they can't. That, their game plan now is changed.
Number 5 taking this for New Zealand,
Rob Tinkler.
Rob Tinkler.
As they throw the puck into the middle, try and keep the puck in the middle and swarm the French players, but France managing to get a lot of players down on the ground, and it just looks like a huge mess of bodies.
They did well
Must
on
be
that back
difficult
wall.
for referees.
Underbody slide.
Oh,
no.
a big flick hit the outside corner of the drop. That is not a goal when it hits the little wing. It did not cross into the goal volume, but that was really close there.
Beautiful position by the referees to make sure that they were, Robbie Kilpatrick there over the top of the tray looking down to see if it goes in the volume, and the referee out the back there just trying to see where along the back, so that if one of them thought it was a goal, they could confirm with each other. And you are starting to see now with these finals throughout the day, excellent reffing. And I mean, these refs are getting as tired as some of the players here. They're doing a lot of swimming, and it's so hard to stay focused when you get tired as a player, never mind as a ref.
Oh, that was a nice little try to drop and move through the French defense there, but France collapsing on that. Oh,
beautiful steal there by Robbie Tinks.
And France just throwing away possession towards their sub bench, but hoping to get a player in there, but New Zealand managing to get a lot of bodies down. Support, it looked like a little bit of a someone was held
This
back.
might go in the way of France. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it was an obstruction call. I was calling it here in the booth before they actually made the call. I saw the New Zealand fellow hold him up there. It was a good call by the referee. You see New Zealand, when they come in, they kind of slow up, and then they make this big flick and a turbocharged drive right after that.
And it looks like New Zealand are calling a timeout.
Yeah, Wayne Rathbone just signaling on the surface. So the official you're seeing there from the Netherlands, she is the assistant to chief referee Wayne Rathbone. And now you can see Benson Taylor-Wolf just bringing his guys around. He's going to compliment them on what they've done so far and just tell them just to, you know, stay calm. You got this. But there's a lot of gaps at the moment being opened the way that they're pressing so high up the court here, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a frantic 8 minutes so far of this first half. Both teams having a lot of players down on the bottom, you know, at several times, and just looking for that quick counter attack. I mean, the French were, you know, really fast, cutting those 45 angles back, looking to come to this near side. Kiwis again, super fast, cutting up and back across the pool.
I mean, these French will probably surprise a few people. The way they've approached the game, they adapt their play to who they're playing against. And against GB, a lot of play on the wall. But here, they're just, you know, playing the same game as the Kiwis, trying to get down that central channel. They're doing some of the 45-degree angles, but it's Kiwis who bring it down here as Raphael Ginsburg tries to get down in defensive position, but he's faced with 3 of the Kiwi boys swimming at him. And the puck's coming through the melee. It's getting close to the goal, but we've got a stoppage. Referee out the back signaling to the refs.
Nathan Welland making a signal for stick infringement on that call
Let
against
off there
Kiwis.
for France. Big let off there for France.
Yeah.
And France really now, being this 1 goal down, they need to look to their leaders. That's number 13, Raphael Ginsborough, the centre back, and number 4, the captain, Stéphane Royer.
All right, as we get things underway again here with the advantage puck. New Zealand trying to flick that through. Oh, a nice little dummy there by the French defenseman. They managed to pop that out. New Zealand all over these French players early in the match here, not letting them get a drive in edgewise.
Just having to control the puck there as he just bobbled on top of his bat. And he's come off on the backwards 45, but that's created a big bit of space. But these forward flicks by the French is not managing to... They're beating the players, but there's just nobody there to help drive it forward. As number 6 for France, Edouard Colette, tries to drive it, and it's just now controlled by the New Zealand boys.
Now New Zealand in their corner, having to defend for the, I'd say, not the first time in the match, but
as we see
more
Liam
seriously.
Watson there, just managed to pull the puck out.
Beautiful inside stick work there, and a huge flick, but knocked down beautifully.
And a smart play flicking to the outside wall.
Stoppage though. I think there was an advantage being played for French.
For France, that's correct, and there it is. So we'll get the advantage at the 5-meter line here for France. 5 and 2 as the puck gets set. We'll see if France gets in and tries to disrupt the New Zealand back line here. They do. They send in a few players. New Zealand trying to make a hole there so that they can get out and jump on the puck.
Going route 1 there, France just direct straight into the melee, but New Zealand with the bodies down, and we see number 9 here.
There's a call on the play on
Andrew
the surface.
Harris, but it's
that's against New Zealand once more.
Advantage was being played there. Off we go once again. France centre takes it, flick out into the middle, and this is a long reach, but it's cleared again. There's the man we were talking about earlier,
Nick Healy.
Nick Healy, exactly. Dangerous swim, cutting back in on a 45 in front of his own goal.
But he's making a lot of space as he goes up to the far side of the pool.
Sorry, we've just lost connection with our camera controller, but we'll get you the footage as soon as we can. France with the puck, still trying to press it back into that dangerous area. The advantage puck's not really working for France because they're still faced with 6 of the Kiwi boys between them and the goal. They really need to try and get more of an advantage from open play because I don't see these boys as getting out. We're just going to switch to our backup camera here. So you might just see the orange lines from our primary camera. Hopefully they won't interfere with play too much, but we are up and running with the secondary. Don't worry, we were prepared for any of this. Eric's jumping straight into the pool.
So France with a good advantage here, probably about the 8-meter mark in front of the New Zealand goal, flicking right across.
Number 5. Look right, there we go.
Good job by France continuing the pressure there. New Zealand going to have to try and work this thing out.
France with a chance to break off here, but we've got a stoppage in the play. We've got to relearn these buttons now to figure out which camera I'm switching to.
2.5 minutes left to play in the first half here. New Zealand up 1-0. New Zealand getting the advantage puck coming out of their zone.
Yeah, New Zealand scoring this 1 goal from a counter-attacking swim. We've got a rest timeout. We're just going to go underwater just so our camera operator can perfectly position the camera for when we get underway. And we'll just have a look into the stands. The Kiwi supporters here will be the most happy. There we go. We get a bit of a wave from the Kiwi fans. Left-hand side, we can see Greg Appling, the American coach. Right-hand side, there's some Colombians. Up at the back, we've got the Japanese boys. Let's see, who else can we see in there? The Dutch, I think, to the left of our picture.
And there's some Australians and
yeah, some
French
Australians
maybe.
just standing up, and yeah, the French. The French is this white band on the right-hand side of the screen. Well, they've surrounded the Kiwis. We've got French. Oh no, that's GB. GB to the left of the Kiwis, and to the right of the Kiwis we have the French. Then we've got the Colombians next to them. Behind them, the Australians. Up top, Argentina and Japan. We're almost ready to get underway here. 5 seconds, so we'll go straight back underwater.
And here we go with the advantage puck by New Zealand. Good knockdown there by France. Kiwis trying to get it out of their zone. They've been in pretty good control of the match so far, but France starting to sort things out and applying more pressure as the game has gone on.
And it looks like we have a call on the far side.
Advantage New Zealand.
It's going to be advantage for New Zealand. And here we go with a minute and 50 left.
So these two advantages are going to relieve a little bit of pressure for New Zealand as they look to cut a 45-degree angle. But France manages to intercept that and start to drive down that far wall.
Yeah, beautiful drive by both teams. We're up to 555 viewers now, so people coming back for this men's elite final. Have a look.
Tristan, how many following in French?
By the way, we had about 900 in total for the
370.
Women's elite final. We also have a number of people tuned in on our French channel with about another.
Yeah, we're up to about 950 total viewers.
Total, so that's amazing for underwater hockey. This is fantastic.
Yeah, the first time we've been able to bring you a split feed so you can follow in the language which suits you best. Unfortunately, because we've not got any Spanish teams in the final, nobody doing a Spanish commentary, only so many resources that we could have.
All right, New Zealand back on the attack now, pushing France back with less than a minute left in the game. No penalties for either team just yet.
No, been a very clean game from how we've looked at things.
Oh, that was a good attack. Yeah, big hit. New Zealand having to try and absorb that and swing it back out to the outside.
Stoppage, far side referee.
Yeah,
seen something.
That's going to be
down.
against New Zealand.
Oh, stick infringement, can't see from Lisa's head. Might have to tell her to move it a little bit.
So with about 30 seconds left, I think New Zealand's just going to try and hold this up and work the clock down.
One big chance for France.
And here we go on the France advantage. They know they've got a short amount of time to
45-degree flick to the left side, going down that far side wall, trying to shift the Kiwis, try and get around them, take them one side and then turn it back inside. We've got another stoppage. I don't think we're going to get this one away before the halftime buzzer goes. As we have
that's obstruction against France.
We've got 8 seconds, so it doesn't matter. We're going to go to halftime now.
Yeah, the clock's frozen briefly, but that will run out the halftime now, and both teams are going to change ends. So fantastic job by both teams, but again, New Zealand out on top early in the game, 1-0 over France. And we're going to take a 3-minute halftime here and let both teams get a bit of a breather, talk some strategy with their coaches. It'll be interesting to see if France can come back and capitalize again, guys, and work in the second half and try and get the game tied up. Or will New Zealand start to slowly chink away at the France defense and wear them down and continue their dominance here?
We have a very, very exciting game on our hands. It's not the same. It's a very different type of game to the Women's Elite game that was played just over an hour ago. And it's two teams coming out and hitting each other really, really hard. Very end-to-end, very few calls, excellent refereeing. Allowing the game to flow and their rotation, seeing everything in the pool and doing the correct evaluation as to, is it best for the play to be continued or do we need to stop it? Unfortunately, France, because of their advantage players and not making the most of it, the game stopping in the offensive third for them, and New Zealand are able to get all 6 players behind. That's not the fault of the referees, that's just the fact that they're not able to use their advantage to the best of their capacity. But I'm expecting now the French to come straight out really, really hard, and we're going to come out really, really hard and come out New Zealand, but I think New Zealand will also be really driving towards getting that second goal.
Yeah, it got in.
Yeah, I mean, I think New Zealand would be very happy with that first half, I mean, being 1 up, but France have looked very dangerous on those counter-attacks, especially when they've been able to intercept some of those Kiwi passes. I mean, just managing to get in amongst those Kiwi players and disrupt that flow, that style of play that when they're looking to switch at 45.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting match. You know, both teams have played the wall game a bit. Both have taken some big, huge hits and chances up the middle of the pool. And you know, New Zealand, the only one really that's been able to capitalize so far on that 1 goal. So it's been very evenly tight match game here. I expect a very exciting second half here. So we'll see how things go. Just briefly on the screen there, it's the GoFundMe Underwater Hockey World Championships. If you are tuning in or have tuned in throughout the tournament, you know that it takes a lot of time, money, and resources to bring you this type of exciting hockey. We want to continue to build the sport and make this better and better every world. So please go ahead, jump on the page, donate a couple of dollars if you can. They really appreciate it so they can continue to improve and develop this camera system.
Yeah,
and
we're approaching about 1,000 people between the 2 streams. So even if it's just $1, if everybody on this chat was to donate $1, then that's $548 currently that would be donated to the cause.
Just on this stream alone,
yeah,
that's
this
correct.
stream alone, and then on the other side, if he's pushing it in French, like I believe he will, then you know we're hoping to get $1,000 just from finals day. I know there's people out there that have donated. My mum has donated. There's people back from my club in Yorkshire that have donated. Free Polo Puck Pirates and they're in the Philippines that have donated. But we're going to get straight back to the action as France trying to force it through the melee and break towards the Kiwi goal. But we've got a stoppage really early in this second half.
That's going to be against France, an obstruction call. So Kiwis will get the advantage puck here. And here we go again with the underwater star to play. And New Zealand taking the puck. Oh, a big flick through. Looked like it hit him in the torso there. Referee's letting that play. It was a low shot on the torso, so no problem there.
Again, New Zealand staying down, looking to drive up the middle channel.
Great job by New Zealand applying that pressure. Good knockdown there by number 10 for New Zealand.
Liam Watson.
Liam Watson, yeah, he's got eyes like a hawk. He can spot that puck and just move like unbelievable in the
Going
water.
over to the far side of the pool underneath the French substitute area there. Play trying to come back and electing to go around the French, trying to aim for the back wall and maybe get an underbody 90 off to get the play. But France trying to control the play and they break it to the center of the pool, trying to switch it, a front line switch, but it's cut out exceptionally well there by the Kiwis.
Oh, good job by Kiwis driving up the middle. Now France having to collapse on him and strip that off and get to the outside. Kiwis intercept that though over on the wall, trying to get that shot out to their France forward, but couldn't quite do it. France trying to gain possession of the puck once more. Holding it on the wall. Kiwis challenging now. They make a big flick out. They manage to get it through to the forward. No knockdown by the Kiwi. And here's the drive now up the channel. France trying to get somebody coming in the backfield, and they do. They try to roll along the wall.
The Kiwis are doing an exceptional job of shutting down the French switch. The French just trying to come out to halfway and then just try and bring it off and using the forward line switch, but the New Zealand forwards are getting down, and just even if it's just a bat that knocks the puck down to make sure it doesn't go any further across, it's stopping. And then
and we got an obstruction foul against and a penalty against France.
Pierre Albanese, who will serve a minute penalty for obstruction or barging.
That's number 10, I believe, and he will be out now for 1 minute. So we'll get an advantage puck and a 6-on-5 situation here for New Zealand. That could be very costly for France. We'll see how they adapt here.
some great defense there by the French forwards, managing to just intercept that puck and then start a drive.
Yeah, beautiful drive coming out of their zone. Even though a man down, they realize that you know, they can't afford to keep it in their zone. The Kiwis just very dominant and powerful when they again keep in their zone. And there's another foul on the play. That's a stick infringement. Oh, and that'll be against the Kiwis. So France continues this drive, doing a great job running down the penalty. And we're now up to almost 600 viewers on our English channel once more. And here we go in the underwater camera.
Just twist it so it's not pointing at your nose. That might be it.
All right, here they go once more.
That's dangerous.
Nice flick there.
Great defense. Nick Healy again, number 12 for New Zealand, just trying to bring the puck, just gets the puck as he's trying to bring it back around the Frenchman there. And the counter-attacking drive, Raphael Ginsborough here, trying to take on two of the Kiwi boys. Let's see which way this foul's going to go. And it's going in favour of France, as they tried to, once Raphael got it there, putting it on the wall where his right-hand advantage puts his stick between the puck and the wall, and the Kiwi there, right-hander, just putting his glove on the puck immediately and not making a conscious effort to try and play it legally.
Yeah, really good drive there, but now France with the attack, coming in with that advantage puck. They try to strip it off and get out into the middle of the pool. Oh, here's a breakthrough by the Kiwis.
There's a man
One
covering
France in the
last
back.
man.
Oh, beautiful
exceptional
peel off.
stick tackle. Raphael Ginsborough. He's been doing this for a long time, and that's just exceptional hockey that he's just performed there.
Really nice strip.
And then
the puck.
Liam Watson.
Liam with a beautiful interception there. Counters right back.
Poor flick. It's like great, nothing taken away from Liam there. Absolutely beautiful to time it and, you know, get that interception made. But it was a very poor flick there by the French left winger.
Oh, a flick right into the France defender torso. Hits his player, so it will play on. They're continuing to let it go.
Inaccurate passing, just costing the French here as they have a few opportunities to drive and get through the gaps left by New Zealand. Trying to just take the time a bit more now.
Wow,
huge
big flick and a knockdown by Liam again, just putting the bat up there. But
it looked like it might hit
the back of his glove. It hit the back of his glove. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to call there.
Yeah, referee did try and play an advantage, even though he was New Zealand but got it. It's better for the referees to allow an advantage to come from natural play. It might be that the Kiwi was going to get tackled straight away, and then it's better than putting everybody behind the puck for New Zealand.
Okay, back underwater we go with the France advantage now. Here they go. They're playing a 3-1-2 by the looks of things. Or maybe a 2-3-1 actually. We'll see here. Nice drive down the wall. Liam Watson tried to flick that and it gets batted out of the court. So that's out of bounds, and I'm not sure if they saw who knocked it out. I believe it was the France player.
France looking dangerous this second half. They've had to deal with a couple of counters that New Zealand have thrown at them. But the centre-back, as I said, big players need to play big in finals. And that's what Raphael Ginsborough has done so far. It's what Jesse Hocking and Liam Watson have done so far for New Zealand.
Look at the crashing down the wall here by the French. They're trying to really push it hard now.
That's the other big player that I mentioned at the start of this game, Stéphane Royer, who really needs to inspire his French team and get them back into this match.
And that's going to be against France, unfortunately. 9 minutes left to play in the game. Lots of time for hockey still, but these two teams evenly matched, and only New Zealand able to solve it so far and get that first goal in the first half.
Yeah, very frantic sort of start to this second half. I mean, these 6 minutes have been enthralling and up and down the court with some big hits being put in, some great skills shown by all players. So as France again look to get possession, New Zealand trying to pull it down this wall without gloving it.
And they managed to pop it out there, but I believe that's going to be a stick infringement you're going to see, or a glove. Okay, yep. Robbie Kilpatrick calling for the glove there along the wall.
First foul advantage was being played there by Robbie, and it's the first foul that he's come back to. Wayne Rathbone there, chief referee on deck, just tracking his water referees as he pushes back the New Zealand team.
And here we go with France advantage.
There's Stéphane on the right-hand side with his tattoo, one in his calf, left calf, and one in his right arm.
They still try to continue to drive that channel. He started cutting out in the middle, but flicked it back to the wall channel. New Zealand happy to play there. They've been strong in the corridor so far, and that's again against France. So France needing to try and open up the game a little bit here. New Zealand, though, has been able to shut them down in the middle as well. France is going to have to try and counter and solve this fairly quickly with 7 minutes left in the game.
And New Zealand again look to switch this play over to the far side, but France able to almost get a little counter attack going before losing the puck forward.
Yeah, good
New
job
Zealand
there.
Looking to get some swimmers, and the
Oh,
French
having to
defense
retreat
swimming
right back.
backwards, but managing to escape.
Yeah, had to stay composed there, just turning his head while not looking at the puck. These are the things which separate the good players from the best players.
And
Staying
there's a
composed.
breakthrough on France now. 2-on-1. Here they come. New Zealand trying
There's
to
the
hold them
backup.
off. This could be dangerous now for New Zealand. Oh, and they managed to get it back. And
there
that's
goes
Jesse
Jesse
Hockey
Hockey.
again. Patience and waiting there, looking for another support person. Now they get it, and he just flicks it to the outside after a dangerous play by France there.
So what I was saying was good players versus great players. The French defender, he's being pushed back, he's got his head up, he's looking left and right, and he's trying to decide which way to go and choose the right option. You just saw the Kiwi player there. Good player, he's an elite man. But he's swimming with his head up, he doesn't see the oncoming defender, loses possession in the puck. That's for separation, and the guys who can sort of change finals round. The good players are in the games, it's the great players, the best players that turn games around.
Yeah, for sure. That was an amazing play there, and here we go on the advantage puck for France again. France trying to make the drive through. Interesting, they drop the forward down, and then just as the player was coming in, he lifts his torso up, and they make the flick right underneath him. France now on the attack. New Zealand in a little bit of panic mode, but they managed to strip the puck. 2-on-1 breaking out against France.
And there goes Bucket.
He's trying to get underneath the France player there. They just flick it through, and France now easily contains that in the backfield and strips it off and does a swing play to the far side.
Oh, a bad flick there by the French player.
Kiwis intercept, and here's the big challenge, and that's going to be pushed in by the Kiwis easily.
Turning point of the game right
Oh, my goodness. That was a crucial mistake by France with that flick.
there. You just see Raphael Ginsborough there just before the camera started to pan. Raphael Ginsborough gets out on the side of the pool, and he's he's like his face washed in desperation.
So
He's just done an incredibly like disciplined move. He's pushed back facing towards his own goal. He's swimming towards his own goal. Gains possession of the puck. Under pressure by three Kiwi boys. He gets out of it. He gets the pass away to his teammate. And then, if the reward for all his hard work, they give away the puck so cheaply. New Zealand just ram it down their throats. Great work by Benjamin Pavos-Smith, is it?
Yeah, Ben Pavos-Smith.
Yeah, Ben Pavos-Smith. But France there have just possibly thrown themselves out of this gold medal match.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see what's going to happen. I mean, there's 5 minutes left to play. Black calls a timeout now smartly because their coaches need to get these guys refocused now. They have not been able to solve this powerful Kiwi team yet, but we'll see what's going to happen. Again, 5 minutes is still a lot of time left to play, but they got to go now. They can't sit back and wait, and we're going to see what happens. We're up to 700 viewers on the English channel here now.
300, nearly 400 on the French channel, so 1,100 people tuning in to Underwater Hockey Finals here in Quebec City, coming to you live.
All right, here we go. Kiwis going to flick that puck to the outside. We'll see if Kiwis continue to try to press or if they're just going to start to play a little shutdown hockey here and just maintain possession and a little bit of keep away. Can't take things too lightly, though, because the French are really coming hard now and pressing. Here's a little breakthrough, or trying to get a breakthrough. Kiwis managed to strip that puck off. He's got somebody with him going here on the drive. France trying to get down. There's a pushback, trying to get it across.
France who come away with it, but is the referee making a call on the save?
Yep.
We've got one referee making a call on the far side.
We're going to
Who
see
was
an
first?
obstruction call, I believe it was. Oh, it was a gloving call. Okay. It looked like there was a little bit of obstruction there, but they go with the gloving call.
Yeah, Nathan Whelan there, the guy making the call. Referee from Tasmania.
And that looked like Ben Pavos-Smith again making a quick drive with the play.
And here we go again, the Kiwis.
There's Stefan Royer, first
Trying
down,
to
making
stall
his
him.
presence known. Ooh, that was a low but very
Low, hard
fizzing flick through by Liam Watson, and he's just staying down at the back there. That's why he stayed down, to try and keep the play alive.
Look at this. Beautiful flick by Liam again. The curl and flick to the outside. They're challenging on the corner of the goal. France down, trying to get the puck out. They managed to.
Beautiful.
That might have been a
Beautiful
little
up-down play by
obstruction there.
Raphael Ginsborough.
Oh,
Raphael
beautiful.
is single-handedly keeping this French team in the fight. They're down by 2 goals with 4 minutes remaining, but Raphael Ginsborough is having the game of his life.
Nice knockdown once again by Liam. it's just like, you know, hunting there. He's just shooting those pucks down as they're flicked. Unbelievable.
And again, another
Ooh,
bad pass by France.
Two of them play the same puck. Normally in those situations, I like to think that if I'm facing forwards in the pool, I can see more than you. Let me go. But it's the backwards facing Frenchman who takes it off there. Luckily, they get an advantage from an obstruction foul.
3 minutes left in the game. France getting low on time with a 2-0 lead for New Zealand.
Yeah, this is similar to Great Britain in some of these matches where they were down by 2 goals and left it late to score, despite being the better team for parts of this match. That mistake by France, as I say, possibly costing them this gold medal, and now we have a stoppage in play as New Zealand take their timeout.
Yeah, so they want to take their timeout now, just give their players a little break these last couple of minutes of the game, just a breather more than anything else. And I'm sure their coach is just going to make sure they maintain the pressure, contain the French, don't let them break out. The French are going to have to find a way to get a quick breakout out of this zone. They're probably going to have to go out to the wall channel here initially and then fight their way down again and try and drive the goal on the far side. So be very interesting to see how this plays out with the French with the advantage puck off this white timeout here.
I mean, France have managed to make a few good drives, but you know, they really need to start something very, very quickly, and I'm not sure that their current game plan is actually going to get them to be able to score.
Nobody seems to have had a word about Lisa until I move out of the way of the camera shot. Oh, he's just stood right in the middle as we try and cut into the center of the pool.
All right, here we go with less than 5 seconds left, and there's the timeout over. France here, they start out the middle. Oh, they actually decide to go right up the middle.
Flick.
Nice sharp low flick.
Raphael Ginsburg getting it away there.
Beautiful drive up the wall. France coming in with the back, trying to pick it up, but New Zealand breaks that up, and the puck just
good control
bounces
of his
off
head
the
there.
bat, flicks up.
Are they going to say this could be an interesting call? Illegally knocked down because he left his head in the way as the puck spat up to him.
It bounced off.
It did look like he gloved it.
Yeah, maybe just hit off the glove.
Oh,
as
I thought it came
up.
off his stick and came up, and he just sort of used his head to control the puck and knock it down.
That's a pretty well-controlled head butt then, I would say, with that.
Well, it's a bit of a, that looks like he's not making much attempt to take it off his glove there, number 2 for New Zealand.
Yeah.
Surprised they've let that go.
All right, here we go. Now New Zealand trying to still maintain the pressure. France going to have to do something here. Here comes New Zealand, 3 on the goal, charging in.
France out to the side.
Oh, beautiful play by France there, though, to work it out the back wall. New Zealand maintaining the pressure. Liam Watson stripping the puck, almost stripping the puck.
There's that guy again, Raphael Ginsburg, doing the defensive duties.
Oh, and he flicks it right out to Jesse Hawking. You don't want to flick the puck out to Jesse Hawking like that.
No, but where is his support? Where are the French players? Why is nobody going with him? He's doing so much to try and inspire this team and, like, you know, keep them alive and keep them in this game, but nobody just seems to be with him. As now we see Raphael on the puck again. Now he's got somebody. It's number 4.
Oh, and a little knock. It looks like it might have bounced off the stick and rolled up the arm. So the refs let that go. And here comes support from the backfield again.
Takes it out to the side. Where's
calling for the tap in front of the goal is the New Zealand forward. They can't get it through to him. There it is, and it squeaks out.
Slowest swimming you'll ever seen by Nick Healy there.
Beautiful play by New Zealand.
And look at Raphael Ginsburg. He's spent. And we've got 50 seconds left in this game. Yeah. And he knows now that it's over.
They know it's all over now, yeah. 3-0. They're just going to basically drag this out and let the play finish up. They'll get one more face-off just for pride, but that's going to be
we've got a face-off. The Kiwi supporters are going to be very happy with their team. People already noticing it's over and either coming down to celebrate or moving to the closing ceremony. Daryl, from you, standout player in this finals match?
It's tough to say, but I'd say, Jesse Hawking and Liam Watson were a key factor in this match for New Zealand. Definitely on the French side, Raphael Ginsburg, as you were saying, number 13. Kiwi had an awesome, solid, all-around game. Up the wall, down the middle, they controlled the play. No real holes whatsoever. France just couldn't solve that in the game.
That's time, and New Zealand win. They turn the tables from what happened 5 years ago in Eger, Hungary, where they were losers on that occasion to a strong French team. The scoreline maybe not necessarily explaining the dominance of the Kiwis. 2-0 would have been a justified score with that French mistake, but I think the Kiwis, the worthy winners of this match. We got up to just over 1,100 viewers between the two channels. Absolutely exceptional that all of you tune in around the world, no matter what time it is, to watch underwater hockey. And yeah, it's very hard to give an MVP to someone on the losing team. We don't do it in a lot of sports, but definitely if you were to, I mean, my guy in that match is Raphael Ginsbrough. He's done everything in that match, and I would give it to him, but going with, you know, what is, you know, typical in sport, you look for someone on the winning team. Yesterday it would have been Nick Healy in the semi-final, but today I really do think the standout performer was Liam Watson. He was at the back. He didn't do anything that was spectacular, but you just saw when he was taking those advantage pucks, he just sort of saw things before they were going to happen. He saw a play develop and then shut it down. Yeah. Shut it down again and again and again.
Ian, what did you think from both sides there yourself?
Well, I mean, standout players for me for New Zealand would be Nick Healy. He was again strong, and he finished that last goal. But he was also very good in attack, driving it up. So he was a key support player. Liam was an awesome support. You know, Hamish Arthur with that, you know, some really good runs as well. I find it very difficult to, you know, pick one player. Ben Parker-Smith as well. You know, just having the mindset to seize that opportunity and score that second goal for the Kiwis. I mean,
I'm just looking up now to see if Tristan, do we have time for interviews, or are we going straight into? So we do have time for interviews, Ian. If you would like to go off and get one with some of your countrymen, but before we go, we'd better get a team selfie from this finals commentary team. I don't have many pictures from this World Championship, so lovely. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure commentating with you two. Whoever was around the world.
Yep, thank you, Lewis.
Safe travels home. I'll see you at the after party. We'll have a good time.
Thank you, Darren.
We'll definitely see you guys tonight. Thanks again, everybody from around the world, whether you're just tuning in now or you're tuning in during the week. We're happy to bring you this live broadcast of the World Championships. It's been an amazing event here, a spectacular pool, and some of the fastest hockey we've seen around a long time in the 3-meter pool. So,
coming up next, we've got the medal presentations and closing ceremony from the Université Laval here in Quebec City. So please tune in for that and watch your nations get their medals. That's coming up within the next hour, just making sure that, you know, we have to transition between the pool, get everybody down, and obviously these elite men need to get themselves changed into dress for that presentation. Coming up next, Ian's going to grab himself a Kiwi world champion from the men's elite squad. Thank you very much once again. I've been Lewis Salim. I've been here with Daryl Brambilla. It's been an excellent World Championships. It's coming to an end now. Enjoy underwater hockey wherever you are. See if you can inspire some more people to do it, and make sure that you leave your mark on this World Championships and donate to what has been an incredible media team who've brought you this games.
Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Stay tuned. Interviews coming up momentarily.
An amazing game. France pushed you all away. Very tiring out there?
Very. Yeah, no, it was exactly as we thought, expected. I guess they're one of our arch nemesis in finals. You know, for me, that's my third one against those guys and the first win. So for me in particular, a very special moment, and just for all those guys whose first Worlds it is for their first elite tournaments, absolutely unreal.
On the video we saw a lot of Kiwi bodies getting down. A lot of strong drives, a lot of strong swimming. Hamish made a really great push for that second goal.
Yeah. As he does. That's him, game in, game out. He's awesome. We just really wanted to speed the game up. We didn't want to play it locked down on those walls. We wanted to try and hit their back line, put it in behind them, and just take their forwards out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of strong swims by everyone. And Nick finishing off that final goal, I mean, it just sort of popped out at the end.
Yeah, it was a team effort. We all got it there, and Nick, being the speedy, long, lanky man he is, he gets a few goals.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you at the after party.
Sure will. Thank you.
Thank you.